Let's turn those headlights around.
Fuck yeah, dude.
My boy.
Shit.
That was fucking awesome.
I almost fell asleep, but it was good.
Fuck you.
Yeah, you did. Shug's over here almost fucking crying.
I am. I'm fucking feeling it, dude. I was getting it,
Well,
man.
what the fuck?
The Shug, Shane Hollister. Logan Ineichen. Lyndon, Ehlers. Wrastlin with music and life for life.
Wrestling with Music and Life, episode 43, and we are here in the studio, the Spider Hall, and I tell you what, I don't even know if I got the freaking episode right, because we are in so many episodes now, I don't care to say it anymore. It's done. We're Wrestling with Music and Life, and I want to say we've missed a lot. You know, Lyndon, my friend, I'm sorry to hear about Lyndon, by the way, Shug. He's doing too good.
Yeah.
He's doing really good.
Yeah.
Oh, and the voice you hear over there is Jake E. Lee, not the guitar player for Ozzy.
No, I'm not.
Jake E. Lee, Jake the Mistake.
By the way,
How
we
you doing,
did
buddy?
figure that out today because Logan and I couldn't remember who played guitar on Ultimate Sin.
I knew.
It was Jake Lee. He was on.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Yes, I'm aware of
But
that.
he did. He was doing the squeal stuff, kind of like before Zach too.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, but Randy did a little bit of that too.
All right, Shug, we obviously know you've had some shows and you want to talk about them, bro, and we kind of want to jet set from that. And
we'll be quick. I did the West High School show, which is all the proceeds went to. What the fuck?
I gotta stop you. So people can literally see into our ceiling from where we have this. And they're probably going, what the fuck, rat fucking, pun intended, rat.
Hole. The fucking hole. Did the West High show that all the fucking money went to the proceeds to their athletics.
Hold on.
Wow. I gotta keep doing the same thing over and over. It's fucking awesome.
It's fine. Calm down. So we were experiencing what they call technical difficulties, and it definitely has nothing to do with alcohol. I've never drank my entire life.
Yeah.
These guys are idiots.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
So yeah, I had the West High School show that we did that all the proceeds went back into the athletic, into their athletics. None of the wrestlers made any money, neither did the company. So it went back into the school for their athletics. And then,
Who'd you wrestle?
I wrestled a kid named Victor Analog. And a lot of people don't know who he is, but he has the raddest fucking entrance like stuff ever.
What is
All right,
it?
so my nephew didn't know, so he's sitting next to me when we're getting ready to go through the gorilla, which is underneath the fucking bleachers, by the way.
Yeah.
We're underneath the bleachers just hanging out because we have to walk out between the bleachers because it's kind of our entrance. So he gets his stuff on. He has this mask that he puts on, and then he puts on this fake looking glowing TV that goes over his head and it flashes with his mask. It looks fucking rad. And like my nephew looked at me and he goes, "What the fuck is that?" I was like, something I wish I would have fucking thought of. That's what it is, because it's rad as fuck.
That's dope.
So when he like walks out, it looks like he's wearing this old school. Remember those? Even a fucking 24-inch TV was heavy as fuck. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like that's what it looks like he puts on his head. And then walks through the curtain, and it flashes that he made himself.
Wasn't that like the original MTV logo?
Yes,
Was it
kind
like
of.
a
Yes,
TV head
it was a
walking
guy.
around?
Yeah, it was a guy with a TV on his head.
Huh.
So yeah, he did that, and like it was fun. We had a fun match, and like he wanted to do a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, you know what, that's fine. Let's see if I can keep up with this kid. And we did a bunch of stuff, and it was hot as fuck because there's no AC in West High School. Yay, cool, good
Still?
for that. That was
Son of a
awesome.
bitch.
They just put up two big giant like fans to blow on us. So I'm like, yeah, that's cool with like 100 and something people in there.
But that's
and then
never bad when fans blow on you.
Yeah.
I mean, anyway. So what else happened?
Anyways, it was a good turnout. We had fun. But yeah, that was the last show I've had since the last podcast. I was supposed to have a show this week with CSW. Things didn't work out, so I couldn't make it. But the Hate Keepers, our group, tore the house down. Conan Lycan's the new heavyweight champion for CSW. Hate Keepers up, baby. Woo!
Hate Keepers, explain your doctrine.
They initially were going to bring me in as just a mouthpiece to cut promos. Okay. And I was like totally cool with that. But then they were like, hey, we need you to actually like wrestle. And then I wrestled and they're like, yeah, we're just going to keep you wrestling. And I'm like, I'm cool with that. I'm like, fuck it. All right. Some more bumps. It's fine.
So that's basically the gimmick is you guys are just keeping up with hate? Or?
We just hate everyone. We just don't give two fucks about anybody else.
Nice.
But ourselves. Very NWO DX style. We don't give a shit. And like we cut promos that are like kind of just hilarious sometimes. Like we just don't give a fuck. I cut a promo sitting in a it was like a push thing. I don't know. It's like you put chairs on it and you can push them. Like it loads chairs, like a chode layer or like chair loader.
I like chode layer.
Yeah, chode
that sounds
layer.
like a band Lyndon was going to play with this weekend. Chode layer with Pit Lord.
Yes.
Anyway, go ahead.
So, anyways, I'm sitting on it and I'm like cutting this promo and I'm like, man, my fucking back, my neck hurts. Everything hurts because we're holding up the fucking company. Might as well be a wheelchair. So you got held up by them. And like the best part of all of this is, and this is shoot, and I don't give a fuck who gets mad about it. They want to break us up because we're getting over. We're getting over with, even as heels, we're getting over. So their crowd, like the crowd is starting to like, they boo us or whatever, but we do get a lot of cheers as we come out, like instantly. Doesn't matter what we do. So
yeah, this is gonna pop.
So for real,
this
like it doesn't
is gonna pop. Go ahead.
So it doesn't matter what we do. And after the show was over, one time a fan walked up to us and was like, "All hail Hate Keepers." I was like, "That would be the fucking raddest T-shirt ever." And we're getting ready,
like a Hellfire Club T-shirt, but either way,
Hellfire Club, but it says "All hail Hate Keepers."
Who came up with Hate Keepers? That's gold.
Oh man, I don't remember who actually came up with that one, but I thought it was fucking rad. As soon as I heard it, they were like, "Well, we have this name, and then we have Hate Keepers," and I was like, "Yep, keep that one because that one's fucking great."
Keep Hate Keepers.
Yeah, keep them.
I love it. Sounds great. Sounds like you guys are having fun, and that's really all that anybody should do in art is have fun. And if you're not having fun, just don't do it anymore.
Yeah,
right. That's another fucking part of that coin. But what else happened as far as did you guys end up selling out and have a good crowd? I guess.
CSW. I wasn't there, but it was killer crowd. I heard the response was great, even when Conan won the belt as a heel. People were like, "Hate Keepers up," and this is like our thing.
Yeah,
that we stole. It's like you can't see it. We like take the double J. We do the double J.
Double J.
Put it over our heads, and people are just like catching on the fact that we always say "Hate Keepers up" when we win. So that was like a big thing that said "Hate Keepers up" on Twitter and stuff.
Well,
like,
and you're a huge movie buff, and Jake likes a lot of people that bring in the tiny that they keep doing. It's like a little nod to you, like you're paying attention. Watch this.
Yeah.
I think we all kind of love that in general. And that's really cool because especially with like just movies and stuff, if they keep that little thing that you're like, oh, they kept that in there, it's just good writing is what we're talking about. And you're just doing it naturally because you've been around forever and a day.
Yeah, I'm old.
We're all old now. It's depressing.
So, like, how long I've been working at this point?
Sold. I completely can't wait to see Pantera.
So, fucking A, right?
And I call
June
it Pantera
28th.
now. Fuck it.
So,
Oh, yeah.
I'll be really
I'm
quick
going to
with
Pantera
this.
Lamb of God.
The one, oh, sorry to cut you off, Jake. Say that again.
I am going to see Pantera in Lamb of God.
Where?
Nice.
When?
Indiana on June 28th, 18th, something like
That makes me want to skip anything I have fucking going on.
Yeah, I
Oh,
thought
yeah,
about
I'm
it, too.
blowing off work to go do it.
Like, what is it? What day does it fall on? Like a Thursday, Friday?
It's a weekend. I think it's a Saturday.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking
I'm supposed to go in
dude.
2024 with Pantera and Metallica.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
That's like a long time
I think
from
everybody's
now.
gonna die by then.
Yeah, we're dead.
Yeah.
Let's just go do that one.
I'd
then.
rather
might.
see Lamb of God again than see Metallica again.
I've never seen Metallica.
I'll also
actually.
be having my second child, so it's not necessarily something I can just be like, yeah. By the way, I do
Yeah,
want to
you're
say
fucked.
yeah. No, I'm not fucked.
Yeah,
'Cause
you're
I'll just
fucked.
watch it online and feel like I'm there. Just like
Oh yeah, because that's how it works.
it kind of almost is. Every fucking Pantera show I still watch online, by the way.
Yeah.
When they come out with the show, California is the last one, I believe. I watched it and I go, fuck. It was the first time they were in the United States, meaning, playing Pantera songs. But obviously, whether it's Pantera or not, I don't give a shit because guess what? It sounds like Pantera because they got all their texts from Pantera. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
Yeah.
And they are just killing it, man.
You still
It's the only
catch
way to say it.
zacking up Dime's parts, though, and throwing in pinch harmonics.
Which is okay.
You know
really
what?
belong,
Yeah,
but I
it's
think,
what he wants
I think
to do.
Dime would sign off on that.
Oh,
Right.
he would.
If he was
He'd be
here.
all right. He'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah. He's up there like Black Tooth Grin, or if you believe in Up There or wherever, a Black Tooth Grin to that fucking shit,
Well, we did have up there. It's a hole in the fucking ceiling, and fuck, shit happens. I want to say though, last podcast, everything went great, and then 2 hours later, I just seen fucking water coming from the ceiling, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I put she got a bathtub or whatever.
Yeah, that's what you called me to.
I was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And
he
I ripped it
called
up.
me and I was like, I'm busy, man. But like, I didn't even see it till the next day. It wasn't like I didn't see your phone call. It was like on silent. I'm doing stuff. Okay. Stuff
I get it.
with, someone.
Sexually.
So I was busy. All right.
Sexual romance.
I thought you were going to go with Marvin Gaye's Sexual Healing there for a second.
Well, what is it?
I
Sexual
thought he was going to go with
romance.
Mark Henry's Sexual Chocolate.
Sexual
they were all
chocolate.
over the place.
We're
That
in
one
pro
actually
wrestling.
mixes well with what we're doing. But also this week, yesterday, this is still brand new. Well, might as well spoil it a little bit.
Yeah.
SCW is doing a 20-year documentary, and I shot a lot of that down at the school yesterday after my son. I guess my son decided he wanted to stay home, whatever.
Yeah.
But I went down to the school and shot about 45 minutes worth of footage for SCW documentary on our 20-year anniversary coming up, which is fucking insane. Think about that. You were a referee 20 years ago for SCW.
Remind me of my age, yes. Fuck.
Fucking wild. Big gay Jeff the ref.
It's still in my
Did you know that, Jake? Oh yeah. He
Yeah,
did.
I was LGBTQ plus. I was
Before.
because I was the plus.
Before they just rearranged the entire fucking alphabet.
Yeah, no,
sure.
I was the plus. Because I was the best referee that ever fucking existed in refereedom. You idiot.
His stripes were pink
Literally.
instead of black.
I don't even know how we found that.
I don't know. How
My
we
memory's
did
so
it.
bad because of the chair shots around that time.
And then
but
he
I'll tell
still
you
cut
what.
the sleeves off of it, of course.
Yes, I did. Oh, yeah. Didn't wear deodorant. I just had
You
what
should
they
have
call
fucking
a
cut the midriff out.
skunkdom.
Oh, yeah, just showed the belly.
Yeah.
Some Billy Gunn rocked the shit out of those belly shirts
Yeah, he
back in
did.
the
Oh,
day.
I
though,
ran
man.
up to the
I'm
ladies
an
and
ass man.
I loved Ass Man. He was a good. Except for when I seen him and actually
Met him?
Mike goes, "Hey, you're badass Billy Gunn. Hey, I don't know you." And just walk right past us.
Well, I mean, like,
children.
dude, like, that's the
Little
most
children.
Marxist mark thing you can do. Be like, wow, I'm going to call you what your name is. Wait for a response.
Literally 12 or 13 years old, though. Like, come on now. What the fuck?
It doesn't matter.
We're bigger for our age, though.
Yeah,
but
because you were a fucking ogre at 12.
I had a fucking Metallica shirt or whatever I had on, and they were probably like, oh, Skurs buckets. Fucking bucket of Skurs. And again, Billy Gunn, man, he just kept in shape too.
Still
to this day,
he never got over. I think the way that he could have. I think he could have been a top shelf.
He could have been a top guy,
and he's a bad.
But he was though, guys.
Yeah. No, but he was never the top guy.
Badass Billy Guns was the best tag team. Yeah, one of the
but
best
it was a tag team, and it was mid card. It was upper mid card, but they were never any bigger than that.
Also
in any
speaks
promotion
to the era on how good it was.
Yes,
because
that roster
now
was fucking
Badass Billy
amazing.
Gunn would be number one.
Billy Gunn would have been a top fucking star,
right?
Like right now, if you gave Billy Gunn the way he was in the 90s and gave him a run right now, he'd be the top fucking guy with Roman Reigns. Like, that'd be like the number one babyface against Roman Reigns.
Right.
Billy Gunn would be.
I remember for me, it was like a watershed moment in where we were in wrestling history when fucking Christian jumped ship and went to TNA. And he was the top guy. They were making a huge deal out of it. And I was like, really? Like, this is the fucking guy? It seems like we've kind of, and not to take anything away from Christian, but he was never in the same echelon as your Triple H's and what have you. So
I mean, work-wise, he was.
Yeah,
it didn't matter because
but he wasn't
of the
over.
size.
He wasn't over.
We were
like
about
the
size
Rock or
then. We were about size then. You know, there was exceptions. Like we were talking about this earlier. HBK, Bret, the Hitman. They were still stacked for their height, but they were not 7.
But wrestling has still done that. Like we went from these fucking massive monsters.
That's why I say Omos.
And like, yeah,
Omos is there because Omos is fucking like 7 foot tall.
Yeah,
like I mean. Nigerian giant or whatever his gimmick is. You don't need a gimmick. You just see the guy and you go, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
If he walks into a bar, everybody just goes, oh shit, I have to stare.
Yeah. He's a massive human being.
You don't have to book it. It's just there. It's reality. And that's why I was talking earlier with you and saying the whole bloodline thing, it's just reality. It's you don't want brothers to hate each other. So how good is it that, you know, like Roman's just like, listen, I don't give a shit. You're going to do what I say because I'm the best. And it's so well done that that's probably, in my opinion, in all of wrestling. Now, again, I don't watch AEW yet. I need to watch more of that. I just feel like it makes too much sense for it to just be real. You know, that is real.
Well,
anyway.
We can rewind the time and go Bret and Owen. And Bret, like,
brothers.
Not wanting to, like, fight his brother or wrestle his brother.
Exactly.
Like, for the longest time. And you even watch, like, that match they had at, that fucking WrestleMania 10, 2 best matches on that whole fucking thing were not the main event.
Right.
Not the fucking main event. It was Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon. First ladder match in WWF.
Wasn't that Taker and Diesel?
Taker and Diesel. No. Taker and Diesel was WrestleMania 12.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Shawn, Razor, first fucking ladder match in WWF history. And then it was Bret and Owen, you know, brother versus brother. And that story alone, you know, people back in the day, like Bret, like cutting his promos about like, I don't want to hurt my little brother, like this, that, and then Owen going, like, you know, the chip on the shoulder is the little brother. Like, you can tell that people back then were pulled into that instantly because it's fucking real. Like, these are two brothers who are going to get in the ring together and, like, beat the shit out of each other.
Bumps in that match. Both of them did.
Fuck yeah, dude. Like, they worked hard as fuck. And
but to them, they were very kayfabe, too. Outside, they'd act like, hey, I fucking hate you, dude. Yeah. You're my brother, but I fucking hate you. And so, like, fans were tricked outside of the ring.
That's the thing that
doesn't exist as much. I think maybe like one thing I could compare to that, like to modern day, would be if somebody wasn't supposed to appear here because maybe of their injury or something, they still kind of kayfabe that, and they bring them in, and they actually do that with the other wrestlers in WWE. I know for a fact they do that because like Colby, nobody even knew he was coming back when he did, you know.
Yeah.
But it is cool because I feel like, especially with art in general, if you're spontaneous but you're also like consistent with something, it usually spawns somebody to go like, hey, I really like what that was. And I don't know what it exactly was. If you're not the one that created, I mean, you don't know all the intricacies of how it got there. Right. With music, it's so much, in my opinion, easier to say because, you know, I do that, I guess. But when you're writing or whatever, it's the same thing as when a pro wrestler's making a match. Because when he's making a match, he's thinking about how would this person respond when we do this and blah, blah, blah. And I think that's so, I don't know, I guess it is so cool, I guess, for a lack of a better word, to see that people take their craft and think about it that much. And I know I do with even the solo project. I just like overthink the riff and say, nah, the riff can do this, and then I could do this vocally, and then blah, 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 blah. With pro wrestling, the same thing. It's like, oh, we could do this. You could do a stomp, but then we need to one-up that, or we need to falsy, or whatever the term is. And so, and for me, watching especially you and, you know, some of the highlights, I'm just like really proud because I know that you think about that, you know. And I think most people too that have gone to your show or seen you at the, like, you overthink.
Yeah, I do. I mean, that's right? Like, I take pride in the fact that I'll show up and I like to say this, like, we'll like talk about the match and we'll like outline it, and I'll be like, all right, man, we have like, you know, we have like hour before show starts. We have, 15, 20 minutes before we come to the curtain. Let it marinate in your head.
Yeah.
Because then you walk away and go, because then you start to think about it and go through it in your head. And I call it shadow wrestling because you'll start to do, like, which I want to start recording wrestlers like doing their run through their spots or whatever in their head, and it looks funny. They're like, "What the fuck? What is that guy doing?"
I like shadow wrestling.
So I call it. I call it shadow wrestling.
Man, so
like when I duck this, reverse this, like take the elbow, like I call it shadow wrestling instead of shadow boxing.
Well, I mean, Jake's over there probably going like this.
Yeah,
I do that.
Shadow
basing. I look like an idiot.
Shadow basing.
I just walk around at work looking like I'm having a fucking Tourette's fit.
But like, so like you let it marinate in my head, and I'm like, realistically, this is not what we would do right here. So I'll walk up, especially me being older, and be like, hey man, that one part we have right there just doesn't make sense. Let's like cut the fat, cut it out. Let's just get it out of there. Uncle Joey cut it out.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, and during the match too, sometimes you got to listen to the crowd still too and go, hey, let's just go home. Like they're ready for it. Like we can't get him any higher in this. And if we do, it's the peak. Okay. So let's get to the peak and just cut the fat and let's go home. Because sometimes, like, listening to the crowd is a lot more important than you thinking, like, oh, I got to blow my load in the ring. No, because you have to listen to them. And sometimes the time frame that you're given isn't everything. Like, Raven apparently had said, we're the main event. It's like watching a Mike Tyson fight. It can go all the rounds or it can go 5 minutes. Who cares? We're the main event. That's the main story. It doesn't matter how long it goes. Exactly. And I'm like, that's fucking genius. It doesn't have to go 15, 20 minutes to be a fucking main event.
And he wasn't main event much.
Yeah, ECW. You know what I mean? But still, like, to have that knowledge of, like, listening to the crowd of, like, all right, we got him. As high as we're going to get him, let's go. Let's go home. Like, let's not waste all this, we have this 20 minutes to fucking waste. Let's not do that. Let's just go home and then we can have goo goo gaga for 20 minutes until the show's completely over of us cutting promos that were ad-libbed. Gives a fuck. You know what I mean? Get the heat from promos and talking, because promo is pro wrestling. Pro wrestling is a promo.
Pretty much.
How much of how you had mentioned kayfabe? How much is that protected in your promotion?
It's like all
in your promotion particularly, because it seems like it varies from company to company.
At this point, I feel like the only way to freak people out and get people to believe in everything you're doing is to work the boys, because the boys talk to fans. At this point, social media is such a thing.
It's kind of what I was saying earlier with him showing up. Nobody knows he's there.
Yeah.
Even the boys.
Yeah. Stuff like that. Like Brian Pillman. If you ever watched Dark Side of the Ring, he fucking worked Vince McMahon and worked Eric Bischoff into almost a bidding war to fucking get him as this loose cannon character.
Right.
Because it was fucking over as shit. And they're like, dude, this guy's fucking insane. Like,
but he's just very articulate.
Oh, he was fucking super smart. Super fucking smart
very
guy.
Intelligent.
And just they had the worst fucking luck ever. Mm-hmm. Like just terrible. If you watch Dark Side of the Ring, it feels awful that he just had the worst fucking luck in pro wrestling to me ever. As a guy, as a guy who had it all fucking figured out here more than anybody else. Like he was like, what would you say, Logan? Like you said that thing of like 3D chess. That was Brian fucking Pillman in the fucking 90s, because he played fucking everyone.
5D.
Yeah.
5D chess.
He played everyone. Like nobody knew if this was a gimmick or real besides his close friends.
Well, he also made a bunch of money because of that.
True.
Because he played Vince McMahon, which was not heard of at the time.
No.
You're talking about a fucking shark, Vince McMahon, you know? And like one guy that I fucking wish, you know, especially with one of my music projects. Go ahead, take a urine. If Vince McMahon is listening, which he's not, could you just be maybe the manager of one of my bands that I want to do? That would be great, because I think me and Jakey could say it would go far even if we sucked. What do you think?
If he was the brain behind it.
No, I just mean in pushing it. It could just be
That's what I mean. He could just he could pull the strings to get anybody over.
Right.
Even if they just kind of sucked.
Writing this new project. All I think to myself is like, is this going to be acceptable in a weird way? And then I go like,
that's the question.
Then I go exactly to who? You know, I think way too much, because I need to think for myself, and I do. I'm going like, I'm doing this for myself, blah blah blah.
But you need to create a balance between honoring your vision and creating a marketable product, if that's what your end game is.
I mean, who knows what my end game is with that?
Well, you should probably define it.
The definition is I am creating something that I want to hear myself, and I want it to sound like how I want it to sound, and that is why like I started the GoFundMe or whatever, because I know that's going to cost a lot of money, and I know that like the people that are involved, and I'm signing Jake up for this. He doesn't know he's involved. He's going to play bass on this. Jakey.
I've been voluntold that I'm...
I like that. Instead of volunteered, voluntold. Yeah. That's a new one. I like that. I'm going to fucking steal that. Voluntold that I have to come out here and work with this fucking J-Brone. Give me a new promo.
Yeah. Get over yourself, Jabron. You're all alone, Jabron. Wow. Yeah, I feel like it
gotta write my promos for me. Fucking A.
I could easily do that.
Oh, I can't wait.
Or ChatGPT can do that.
I don't speak well extemporaneously, and I haven't even taken any chair shots. I'm just dumb.
Oh, well. Hit the head and alcohol. It's just like...
It's okay. We can speak more better than Jake.
Yes. I don't know. That word he just said... I can't say that right now. I don't think.
Extemporaneously.
Nope. Never used that in my life. I just did hot yoga today. I thought I was going to die.
It's not that bad, man.
Wow.
Yeah, but I did like beginner's hot yoga, and I still thought I was going to die.
You need it. You especially need it because you're an athlete.
Exactly. That's why my old lady, she taught the class too. So I was like, okay, she's not going to kill me.
Did you know I'm an instructor?
For yoga?
I am a certified
Are you
instructor.
fucking serious, dude?
Actually, my certification just expired, but yeah.
Oh, dude.
So he's not anymore, and nobody wants.
Well, what do you got to do? Do you have to take the test again?
I would have to go through the whole 200-hour certification.
200 hours?
200 hours. 200-hour and 500-hour.
Holy fuck. So what do you got to do to stay on top of it then?
You have to...
Several men. If I had to guess.
Man, like
either have sex with several men.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was that.
Or you have to keep a log of all the classes that you taught.
Oh,
and then you turn those into your the person the entity.
When do you give the class spaghetti?
I hate you. I just fucking hate you.
Like when you turn it,
he's such a cunt because I was actually like genuinely like
we're doing really good. You guys want spaghetti and meatballs?
You're such an ass sometimes.
Because we could eat
but like
much
legit,
right now.
legit
Let's
though. The
eat
same thing can happen with like a plumbing license.
Yeah.
So you let your license, elapse.
Yep.
They will make you take the journeyman's test all over again.
Same with real estate. I just got my Iowa real estate license.
Hell yeah,
damn,
buddy!
okay.
Congrats! By the way.
Hell yeah, man!
You're the best.
I'll start that in the middle of July.
Yeah,
Start with.
We're gonna.
So like, do you still have to take the test, or did you already do it? Did you get your license?
For which one? For the real estate thing?
Yeah, the real estate.
I took the test. So there's national and there's state. I passed national. I failed state by 1 point and had to come back and take it again. And you can take it as many times as you need to, but it's $100 every time you have to take the test.
I think with the plumbing journeyman's test, it's like 150 every time you have to take the test too. So, yeah, I mean, it's similar, very similar. So,
it is really a lot like the training that you get and the way it's delivered to you is very much like a trade apprenticeship.
well, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, because like I mean, it's the same thing. Because like we do the plumbing. Like there's like the contractor, and then there's the framers, the plumbers, the electricians, the heating and air, the HVAC guys. There's so much that goes into it. So yeah, you have to do like a trade school like style. Like it makes sense.
And oddly enough, I'm going to end up working closely with a lot of those people.
Yeah,
because home inspections and whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And I would say it's the same with pro wrestling.
it is.
It's also the same with music. I had to vet Jake to get him into my band. I had to be like, is this guy a piece of shit that can play something?
Pulling a vet card and shit. And
Yeah, well,
waving
he's
in your
fucking
face.
trying. He's trying because I came over.
Titanium Utopia bass? I don't know.
Motherfucker, because you wrote something that can't be done. The fucking
That's the typical
music
Logan
robot
Yeah,
that you've got over there has a hard time keeping up with it.
it's pretty hard. I fired him twice. Piece of shit. Either way, the point
It's
is
not even a real thing.
Again,
No, it's
obviously.
fucking bass software.
This reminds me of
Space hardware.
I watched. I did watch that documentary about 30 Seconds to Mars about how they were dealing with their fucking record company and how they record. They do the Metrodome, like recording it, and then like Jared Leto had to play the guitarist part and like looked at the camera and goes, "Human beings." And I'm like, "Motherfucker's an alien." Because apparently he played it, and his own guitarist couldn't play it.
Well, I'm glad Edward Norton beat the shit out of his face. Piece of shit.
He destroyed something beautiful that day.
Yeah. Well, either way,
Leto.
again,
Remember, that was the
Jared
line,
Leto,
though.
what are you-
That was the line. Remember
Jared
Fight
Leto?
Club?
Fight Club. He was in Fight Club.
Jared
He's the-
Leto was in Fight Club?
Yeah, he was the
blonde-haired
blonde.
guy.
He beat the fuck out of him and
Edward
rearranged
Norton
his
beat the
face.
shit out of him.
How
Edward
did
Norton.
that get by me? That was Jared Leto?
A lot
Yeah.
of people don't remember that.
Yeah, man.
A lot of people don't remember that was Jared Leto getting the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah.
Yep, that did a flyby.
Yeah.
That was him.
So anyway, all we're saying, and this is true, especially with art, I do not like the fact that I'm better than Jake at bass. You know, I hate
Let's have a contest.
In your fucking head.
On camera.
Let's have a face off.
Challenge
Oh
accepted.
my God, I would love to watch a double bass off.
Hold on, double bass. I hate
I've
that
wanted to kayfabe that with Lyndon before.
Yeah?
Like, it's an idea that I've wanted to pitch to him.
Oh my God, let's do it, dude.
don't
That'd
have
be
to pitch,
fucking
you have to
awesome.
promo.
I want the crowd to think it's real, that like, we're challenging each other.
That'd be awesome.
Have you ever done a promo?
Jake can do a promo.
Look at the fucking camera and ask your buddy Lyndon Ehlers, who's Lyndon Failers in my mind right now because he's not here right now.
Hey, he doesn't even have long hair anymore. How you gonna headbang a fucking
like
mohawk, bro?
Hey, bro, you look like the dude from fucking Dinosaur, the fucking old show, Dinosaurs, you bitch. No, the son with the
Land
fucking
Before Time?
Dinosaurs.
No, like
No,
the sword, the show,
Yeah,
dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
What was it? Was
oh man, I don't remember.
I'm gonna tell Mama or something.
Whatever. Data Mama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Anyway, the point is I'm looking at you, fucking Jake, and I'm saying I'm better than Derek at guitar now. I'm better than him. He's a piece of shit.
Wow.
He lost all of his hair, probably because his dick's too big or whatever. Not his fault. And I'm going to tell you what. I'm better than him at guitar now because I can literally just make whatever I want. And that's the power of AI, is you can replace your friends, right? Or
He's gonna have a podcast with just AI pretending to be me, pretending to be Lyndon.
And they'll probably be better than us.
They'll be better than us.
Now, of course, I'm joking. I want to say, like, obviously, I used it in the way it's supposed to be used. I'm gonna show you something, and I go, "Hey, I kind of like this groove," and then you go, "Oh, that doesn't make any sense," like you said earlier. And then I go, "Well, what does make sense?" And then you go, "This," and then you record a real bass, and then I go, "Oh, okay, cool." And then I go, "Oh, how do you record?" Or how would you groove to this groove, this drum groove, right? And then we've already done this a million times, but I mean, like, you're already experienced.
But sometimes
Jake's over here, like his hands are like flailing. He's like, "Come on, just fucking let me answer."
Sometimes you just give me a song and you're like, make this part make sense. And I'm like, Logan, nothing about this entire goddamn song makes sense. I can't fix this. The whole thing's fucked.
Well, this, especially with titanium, there's it's very detailed in that it does make sense, and you'll be like, "Oh, okay, I can do that easy."
No, hang on. You forget.
Yeah,
No sense makes sense.
you can't get bought without thought. Pantera.
No sense makes sense.
Ah, no sense makes sense. You can't get bought without your.
But we were just listening to a song earlier. You're like, how the fuck do you think they came up with that? And it was just like, and you're like, dude, there's no way somebody was just like
especially when
coked out of their head.
No,
Probably just like,
I still think that when I listen to shit that Dime did 30 years ago, like, how does anybody come up with? Because to this day, nobody really does.
Yeah.
Even your Tosin Abasis and the guys on the cutting edge, they're not doing.
I'll tell you why, because it's this simple. Dime would literally, like, everywhere would have like maybe a 12 by whatever. He'd be playing into something, and it would just be so ungodly loud. He would just crank it. He would destroy amps because he was just fucking deaf, probably.
oh, at that point,
Like
yeah.
we are, you know, and he would just, well, I'm definitely deaf as shit. And he would just fucking want people to hear himself. Like he had, obviously he had idols that he looked up to that did the same thing. When you say Van Halen, do you not hear like
That's
a
true.
fucking just screamer, like a screamer? The dude doesn't need anybody else.
Right.
The dude could play guitar on the street, which Dime does, and in Pantera videos.
Yeah.
And he just fucking is screaming with what you call, obviously, dive bombs, but also artificial harmonics. You know, just doing stuff like that. And that stuff's hard.
But it's more than that, because his playing is so much more expressive, and it sounds like he's talking when he's playing.
The feel.
It doesn't sound like he's playing guitar. It sounds like he's telling you something.
So
He's telling you a
it's
story.
called feel.
And he's
I
telling
understand that, but the way that presents in Dime's playing is unique to him, and I don't really think anyone's ever
And
approximated.
here's what's really cool.
And nobody
We're talking
probably
about
will-
because I wanted to talk about this, Shug, and I'm glad you're here because you're a bass player. Everybody shits on Rex Brown for not having that. He has that
fuck
so
that.
much.
Well,
Obviously,
what they don't
he
know is that
literally
he
lets
did a lot
the
of the
groove
arranging.
breathe.
Right.
Oh yeah,
He did a lot of the songwriting.
That's why I say Pantera is Pantera with Phil and
Yeah,
Rex.
but
He just wasn't as big of a personality as the rest
to
of them.
keep
Yes,
up with
he's
that good of a fucking guitarist, and it's just you, the bass player and the guitarist, and it sounds that big instead of having like a Metallica where there's the rhythm and the
well, I mean,
lead.
there's definitely a drummer there, so you're
Well,
They
yeah,
got
but what
smart
what I'm
later.
saying is
Yeah.
like there's not two guitarists
right.
to sound that thick and that fucking big without that second guitarist like a Metallica.
Exactly.
Was fucking obviously you have to be good at your craft.
And
was
he was
really
playing
cool.
note for note in the rhythm parts, basically everything that Dime was playing.
Yeah,
But it was also
which is
with
insane.
with the
That's fucking
distortion,
insane.
and that's where Shug was getting. There was a distortion there.
Yeah.
So you're talking about an originality with tone because they used the SVT.
Lyndon
I
had
also-
made a comment that
Yeah.
he thought that Dime's guitar tone wasn't relevant anymore, and I was listening to Walk today, and I just don't think that's true.
No, I believe
Now,
that. I believe
hear
that's
what
not
people
true
are saying.
either.
They say it's called thin, which is true in production.
It's supposed to be.
It's thin. It's supposed to be. So it doesn't interrupt with anything else. So like the equalization, it's called EQing, and a lot of people don't know this. Your favorite records had the best mixing and mastering agents for sure. The people, whoever it was, that was Terry Date for the most part for Pantera. That guy knew a lot, but those guys knew a lot. So Vinny came in. Vinny, who was also like an engineer, super smart guy, was like, I want my drums EQ'd this way. And he literally met his match with Terry Date. Terry Date's like, okay, if you do this though, I'll show you what happens. And then kind of convinced him otherwise, but also was like, this guy's really fucking smart. He knows what the fuck he's doing. So a consummate professional is what they call that in any industry, especially with your own, if you're a bass player, you come up with the fucking bass that you know that is specific to you. We talked about this with the
your gear.
last episode, your gear. What is specific to you? What feels the best? And when we say feel, we just mean, there's so many factors. Like if you got a new bass, Shug, and you're like, I want to play this. And
like-
it literally has, like for me, I've played a bass that's a thick neck. I can't play them. I can't fucking play them. I need a thin neck. I need to be able to kind of move thinner. What does that mean? Well, it's like, I'm just saying it's that specific with people that are trying to make something different. But go ahead.
Yeah, but like again, the way it suits you, adapt. It's like even a strap, like a guitar strap or a bass strap. The way it suits you and holds it to your body, it becomes a part of you.
Yeah,
and that's how you order those things. Like anything that like you love, that you're like, all right, this is for me. Like I ordered this for me.
right.
For it to fit me right, and for you to be able to play it, you get your feel, and then it becomes a part of you in a way when you are playing that instrument. Which I played bass when I was in junior high school. I wish I would have stuck with it, but
I keep telling you,
I know.
Too late, brother.
it's not
I know.
too late.
I know.
I've
But
actually watched him play a little bit, Jake. I'm not gonna lie. The guy can go in the sense that he can learn.
yeah.
Yes, I'm fired from Dark Rift.
Anyways, what I'm saying is like it becomes when it fits you right, it becomes a part of you, and it's so
You're
much
supposed
easier.
to forget that you're holding an instrument.
Exactly.
You're supposed to forget that you're playing.
Yes, it
I
becomes.
always say that when you play an instrument, if you don't live in the moment, you're not playing an instrument.
And it can be hard to do that sometimes because you're trying to, it's like agonizing when you're singing and that you're hitting all the right notes. You kind of just have to let go.
Yeah,
Right.
I can imagine as a singer, There's it's probably like the same thing, like in a way, like you just said, like.
Well, it's different. It's a good object lesson for playing instruments because you are the instrument.
Yes.
When you're singing.
Yes.
And you need to learn to feel the same way with a foreign object in your hand.
I think
that
honestly,
makes fucking sense,
it does
yeah.
make sense. I think it's there'll be multi-use. You know, if you're like doing different things, if you're singing and playing, you're using a completely different muscle muscles inside your brain.
Hard.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
very hard.
I've never disrespected anybody who sings and plays. I think even at the bottom level, and when I say bottom level, I just mean like your local bar. You walk in and some guy's playing an acoustic and he's singing. I give him props because I go, fuck, man, you know, at least you're doing, you know, at least you're durning, you know.
Yeah, dude, she's doing fucking well for herself, though.
And we're talking about Molly Durnan. Go ahead.
She's doing well for herself. Anyways, like you go downtown now, what was it, Stompbox, which I had never been there.
Stompbox Brew?
Yeah.
You talking about Trevor the Lover?
Yes, but I had never been there. It's funny because my girlfriend was like, "You've never been to Stompbox?" I'm like, "No," and she was like, "You fucking live in Davenport and you've never been to Stompbox?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah, it's been flooded though.
Well, this was before the flood, and like I had never been there. Like, how long has Stompbox been around? Probably for a while.
All I needed to do was watch 2 years ago when everybody parked kind of next to where Stompbox is, and all of their cars got flooded. I'm good. The wall didn't hold,
but the wall is there now. That is like where the wall is.
It works
starts
now,
yeah.
But I'm just saying. Go ahead.
So, anyways, the one time I've been there, we walked in and there was a guy playing acoustic music, and dude, like he was fucking good. Like to me, I was like, man, this sounds like good. Like. Yeah. Different.
And a lot of it's just about getting the song across, too. You don't have to be playing all that well. You don't have to be super technical.
Yeah, dude, it's about, again, what we talk about, feel. The way you play the instrument and you play it.
Well,
and
I'm sure it was covers.
No.
But
that guy he was doing originals, bro. And he had a CD down there that he was selling and everything. And like, I was like...
Do you remember anything that he said at all?
Not necessarily, but like what I'm saying is
fucking suck.
No.
Quit music.
Of course.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yes, but everyone fucking tells a person would probably tell you that, like some asshole was like, "Hey, you get off the stage, bro. You suck."
No, I'd say I'm trying to quit music. I'm trying to quit everything. You're right. Fuck it, man. I look too good.
I need a gun and a bullet.
I left mine at home, bro.
Either way, go ahead. The guy.
Well, he was at least the balls, you know. I mean, to me, like it's
really vulnerable.
Yes, it's just you. It's just fucking you.
That's why we have so much respect for the comedians and stuff that come on this podcast.
Exactly, dude.
Like, holy fuck, it's just you and the microphone.
Yeah, man.
Jake has a fucking guitar or something.
If you bomb, you just bomb.
Right. Jake, I remember when I had never heard, like, Logan gave me shit when you were doing that cover of Bury Me in Smoke. I had never heard Down. I had never heard Down. And like, I was like, dude, that song is fucking rad. And like your cover, I felt like was fucking cool, dude. And like, it's you know, it's just you.
And that's kind of, I'm not so willing to shit on people who are playing covers because you need to make it yours. And there's that in and of itself is an art form.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
Oh yeah. And we could have had him bring his, acoustic and do it, but
do you have one? You've got that fucking.
I don't.
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now.
I'm not trying to go to sleep though.
Oh, fuck you!
Damn, buddy.
Bury me and joke.
He's such a cunt.
Bury me and joke. Okay, because nobody cares. Now, if you got a Taylor Swift song, if you're literally
shake it off,
shake it off. If you're doing that, you got it, buddy. You can come on the podcast. You can do Taylor Swift because if you can do that,
we're gonna promote the music that's the opposite of what we love.
I have this vision.
You got Queensryche?
Yes, Logan. I'm going to be covering Queensryche songs. Jet City Woman
is 1,000 lies
on the fucking acoustic by yourself. Man, that's balls. If you do that live,
I actually like that. If
I
he
wanted
is
to do
doing that.
a acoustic cover of Ghosts Along the Mississippi.
oh yeah, that'd be rad. Yeah.
Well, either way, of course, I do not have an acoustic. I
What
do
happened,
actually. I'm just messing.
Ah! Come on, Jake. Let's give a little bit of that. If he's got one.
It's in the living room.
You fucking cunt.
I don't know how I would weave extreme metal in that,
But yeah, you wouldn't have to if you didn't want to.
but I want to. That's
Right.
the vision. Because this motherfucker's always talking original.
All right.
Nobody's doing that.
Go ahead and
That's
tune
true.
that real
That's
quick.
very
if
true.
you can. Are you a tuner by ear or no?
Oh, that is way out.
It's a little bit, yeah.
Sound like he's playing
It
Metallica.
was
Nothing
an
else
E.
matters for a second.
It was an E. So anyway, as we'll get back to it, Jake is a street artist, meaning that he can perform anywhere.
Which is fucking rad.
And you know what? It is rad. I've thought about this quite often in angles, because I'm always thinking in angles. And I'm going, could Shug actually have him as somebody who shows up and starts playing, and nobody knows what's going on?
Oh, you mean like
And
a
then-
show?
At a show, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden, it's
I
your
just
music.
double J somebody with like an acoustic guitar,
Right,
but it sounds electric.
dude. Double J is the best ever.
Dude, did
I don't
you
give a
watch?
shit
Did you
what
watch?
anybody
All
says.
right, so they have
We're repeating our last
A&E
episode.
has a new fucking thing about like WWE and like
Yeah.
how Double J was the one who put China over. Like he was the one who like went to bat and was like, women belong in the kitchen. And apparently,
Wait a
like,
second. Was he the China?
yeah, he was.
That's a joke for me.
Oh, yeah, but we get it. But yeah, he was not afraid to get that kind of heat from women. You know what I mean? Like being that like a legit chauvinistic pig. Like
You
women
got that
belong.
chauvinistic pig attitude because you work at the arsenal and you drive a Mercedes Benz. Doesn't mean you can walk to Gunner.
Exactly. So, fuck. He took on that role and he ran with it. He was like, women belong in the kitchen, cooking food and making
Oh,
babies.
you got some Skinner in your mind, so they can say, "Go ahead and keep."
But like that
Women
was
belong
Double
in the
J
kitchen,
ran with
but
that.
I need him to play something like Skinner, so that you go, "Oh, women belong there."
Oh
But
God, no, that was that was doing Double J
it wasn't
style.
me.
You women belong in the kitchen, barefoot, cooking food, making babies. That's all you're good for. Shut up, shut your mouth, do what you're told.
Dude, they literally had a. You guys
He
remember
cut
this?
those kind of
Well, in
promos.
WWE, it was kitchen match or whatever with China.
No, it was
for the title.
only weapons that could be used as household
Yeah, exactly.
objects. And it was fucking fantastic.
Jackie's got something going on.
Yeah.
Brother. Now, do you want to perform something like you were out in the street, like a street orphan?
Yeah.
Street orphan.
Yeah.
All right,
Street
I-
rat.
I'm gonna put the microwave.
My favorite part of It's Always
Microphone.
Sunny is when street rat. I'm not a street rat. Cricket. Go ahead. Come on, Spaghetti Susan.
It'll be fine by dust light, I'm telling you, baby. These things eat at your bones and drive your young mind crazy. But when you place your head between my collar and jaw, I don't know much, but there's no weight at all. And I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. 'Cause if I say I miss you, I know that you won't. But I miss you in the morning when I see the sun. Something in the orange tells me we're not done. To you I'm just a man, to me you're all I am. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Poison myself again. Something in the orange tells me you're never coming home. Need to hear you say you've been waiting all night. There's orange dancing in your eyes from bold light. Your voice only trembles when you try to speak. Take me back to us dancing, this wood used to creep. To you I'm just a man, to me you're all I am. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Poison myself again. Something in the orange tells me you're never coming home. Just a man, to me you're all I am. Where the hell am I supposed to go? I poison myself again. Something in the orange tells me you're never coming home. If you leave today, I'll just stare at the way the orange touches all things around. Grass, leaves, and dew, how I just hate you. Please turn those headlights around. Please turn those headlights around.
Fuck yeah, dude.
My
Holy
boy.
shit.
That was fucking awesome.
I almost fell asleep, but it was good.
Fuck you.
Yeah, you did. Shug's over here almost fucking crying.
I am. I'm fucking feeling it, dude. I was getting it,
Well, what
man.
the fuck? Him and Molly
Fucking
could make
A.
a fucking Durnan.
Dude.
Anyway.
Hey, fuck. That was awesome.
Is that a cover?
That's a cover.
Okay.
But
That
that's
was
what I was
awesome.
saying about pouring yourself into somebody
Right.
else's song.
Yeah,
Like
take
I
that.
fucked up all through that, but it's
Yeah.
about putting the song across
Yeah.
Yeah.
more than it is about playing every little thing perfectly.
True.
Making it
that
yourself.
is music.
And this is why Dime is so special because
far beyond
he
special.
could do all the crazy technique stuff, but it didn't sound like he was stroking his fucking dick off. It sounded
No.
like that was coming from his soul.
Yeah.
I was just listening to TNT, and they had I don't even remember the song, talking hair metal, so I just put it in, as
You mean like
hey, look.
AC/DC, TNT?
TNT, the band.
Oh,
From the
what the
80s.
fuck are you talking about?
And he's like, it's like a fucking Yngwie Malmsteen, which might be Yngwie Malmsteen. I don't fucking know. Guys, I don't know TNT.
Yeah, I have no idea.
If Lyndon was here, he would just be like, I know exactly who that is, and I know what album, and
Probably.
But he isn't.
Lyndon is
he's not on
the
the-
Encyclopedia Metalum incarnate.
It's he kind of is becoming that guy.
Well, he's not on the street like Lyndon. Again,
You mean like
you-
Jake?
No, I was going to say if you want to be on the street, Jake can help you out. I mean, you guys can have a street band. That would be dope as fuck. Lyndon and Jake on the street. not even playing bass. I would throw at least $5,000 towards it because they're not even playing their instruments that they love. And it pisses me off. Because honestly, you are a bass player. Amazing.
Thanks, bud.
Now, again, you played and you sang. Shug, you heard him. Was he better than me at playing guitar and singing?
Everything.
What? Everything what?
We'll leave it at that.
Everything.
Everything. What? He wins.
What does he win?
Everything. He wins the prize.
Huh.
Well, anyways, fuck you. It was awesome. I just like live performances are always different than listening to a recording. Because you get to watch it. You get to watch it and like see and feel it.
It's something I've taken for granted as a musician because I'm not in your headspace or whoever's watching me when I'm playing. I'm in my headspace thinking, oh, God, I'm fucking this up. And that nobody feels it. Well, for one, they can't really tell.
Right. Yeah.
Unless they're audio files.
Same thing with pro wrestling. If a spot, if you think you fuck it up and you don't like pause and just keep going. Like, I worked with Josh C last month and he was like, dude, I paused. I forgot that one thing. I was like, dude, nobody knew that was supposed to be what was supposed to happen. They had no fucking idea because they don't know what we were talking about in the back.
Well, they know. I hope they know I'm Josh. And obviously I'm messing with Jake because I have to because he's my best buddy. But I want to say, obviously, he's playing a child's acoustic guitar. I don't have a real size acoustic guitar, which I definitely need to get one, especially acoustic electric. I think everybody out there needs to get one. That is so awesome, especially with, obviously now. I want to explain this, by the way, to you, Shug. You teach a man how to fish. How's the saying go?
You give a man a fish he eats for a day. You teach a man to fish he eats for a lifetime.
So what did I do with my friend here? I gave him all of the advantage within music, which is
You taught him how to fish? Is that what you're saying?
He taught me how to catch musical fish. He taught me how to play my bass with a fish. And now I'll never go hungry because I can do that.
Now I'm not.
Going hungry. By the way, that is probably one of the fucking best songs ever written. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Does Jake know how to play that?
I don't.
Dude, that song is fucking rad.
What do you know how to play that we can all three sing together?
Oh man, I'm gonna sound like shit
with a bunch of
play some Nutshell
harmonies.
Logan's not gonna know any Nutshell
like
at all.
Shit ton of harmony. Nutshells.
Oh, he's got one. Hang on, here we go.
Okay,
I'm gonna fuck it up,
guys.
I'm gonna put my
something
face
different because our fucking podcast is literally making too many noises. Ooh.
Oh shit! It's gonna be all you, Logan.
I don't know.
You don't know what this is? Shut the fuck up.
If I can even do it, because I'm a shitty guitar player.
This guy's a bass player trying to be a guitar player.
Hey, man.
Smart.
Hey, he's doing it.
No, we're not doing that.
I was waiting for Logan to come in.
Reverend, is this some conspiracy? Crucified for no sins. An image beneath me.
Anyway, guys, I want to say straight up, that was a great cover because I was involved, and he wasn't like taking over the whole program. So we're doing good. All right. Anyway,
you fucking talk for 3 minutes or sing for 3 minutes, and he just.
Oh,
you are a codependent motherfucker, man. Like, you just need the spotlight to be on you all the goddamn time.
Listen. I'm going to cut a promo on the other motherfucker who's always to my right, who literally, like, one episode was like, hey, let's talk about your shows. I, like, talked about 5 seconds of, like, 3 shows I had, and then everything was gone. And bro was here.
About Lands?
Yeah, he cut me the fuck off, you natural heel piece of shit. had a baby face shot and you just fucked me over. I was like a fucking jobber. Just cut me off and fucking gave me nothing. Just
He's making too much money with
2
that
minutes.
pit lord. He's making too much money with that pit lord.
Whatever.
You know,
Look at his pompadour mohawk, little bitch. Just kidding. Lyndon, I'm jealous because I can't do the pompadour anymore because shit's thinning up front.
Hey, bro.
Good for you, buddy.
My shit is almost gone. I don't give a fuck. If I go bald all the way back to here, I'll just do the Hulk Hogan, man.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck it.
Hey, he's gonna Hulk Hogan that shit. He's gonna what do you call that? The skullet.
What are you gonna do,
Do the
brother?
Hulk Hogan.
What are you gonna do?
Do the Hulk Hogan.
He was on top of that instantly. Yeah. What are you gonna do, brother? You just fucking Hulkamania that shit.
Well, here's the point. We love that.
You gotta Hulkamania that shit. That's it. When you go bald, just let that shit go. Hulkamania that shit.
It's great. What are you gonna do? And again, what are you gonna do when you have a guy who can actually play a song with 3 harmony parts? Think about it, Jake, so that the listener can hear us sing this. Come on! What is it?
The third podcast.
Just did that for a second.
Oh, okay.
He kind of like
He can't do it? He's scared?
wow.
I just can't even think of anything because all the music I listen to, you think is boring and unoriginal because it's not the weirdest fucking thing that's
Play something Alice in Chains.
Oh, yeah. You got that?
I don't know any Alice in Chains.
What about, oh, man. How about this?
Nutshell is like
Metallica.
I was gonna say Nutshell is like the most acoustic covered song to me in metal history. For some reason, like
Hey, let's not do Metallica. Let's take a think about pop music, whatever, anything.
oh, dude,
anything
yeah,
at
anything
all.
pop.
Fuck, now that you're putting me on the spot, I can't think of any songs that I know.
Yeah, this is what happens every time. I don't know that one.
It takes me quite a while to clear my head.
Yeah, I don't know that one. I know the song, but I don't know the words.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
What about, oh my God. Yeah, you don't have
Nothing Else Matters would probably be easy for all of us to do. Spare Me and Smoke, right?
Yeah.
Because I only remember this because I thought this was original by you, by the way.
It kind of is.
The way you do it, right?
Yeah. You'll never hear this
You
version
thought
of
it
the
was
song
original.
anywhere else.
I love it.
And then like Logan was like, "You're a fucking idiot, bro. You never heard that song?" I was like, "Dude, whatever. That song was fucking awesome."
Fucktards. I love you guys.
I want to hear Jake's version of "Bury Me in Smoke."
We're going to have Jake play another tune because guess what? We also might sing as well. And you're going to sing as well. Here we go, Bubba. Go ahead.
Windows are closing, keep me locked away. No chances given to find myself today. My time of aging, wonder when I'll die. But when my time will come, I'll know the reason why. Not having escape alone, it keeps me safe within my home. And I have a reason to keep me satisfied until I'm gone.
There it is. Jake Cat.
Don't regret the rules I broke. When I die, bury me at Fox. Fuck that ridiculous bullshit.
Why?
No bueno?
Nah. No. That was shit.
Not feeling it?
No.
Well, you literally have a child's acoustic.
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck am I playing here?
It does feel like a toy. What I do? Fuck this.
You raped it. Put it up next to you.
There it is.
There. That's better.
Now, again, obviously, outside, you have your own acoustic when you're playing at Rock Island or wherever you're at.
There is money to be made on slow nights in bar districts.
There you go.
And again, you would play, whatever. You wouldn't play, or would you play?
I try to play just songs that people know, and they're not even necessarily songs that I like.
Yeah.
I do like Skinner, but I end up playing a lot of Skinner because
yeah.
everybody fucking knows it.
Freebird! Play Freebird! You should!
I'm not going to get... No one's throwing any money in my case for playing acoustic covers of black metal songs. So.
Oh, well, yeah. They're like, what the fuck is happening right now? What the fuck is that?
Which is what's artistically interesting to me, but that's what I was saying about striking a balance between your art and being able to market yourself.
Exactly.
And I think that we should probably talk a little bit more about that.
As a character, as a pro wrestling character, if I had free reign to do whatever the fuck I wanted, I would love to scare the fuck out of every human being and freak them out in every way possible, and their children to be like, oh my God, I don't want to go to that show. He's scary. But then we lose money. So being marketable
for sure
and being a character.
It's like, oh, fuck.
Which seems counterintuitive. It would seem, ECW proved that there's a market for that.
Yeah, in a way. They did because it was adult. It was adult. So this is my favorite thing that, all right, so we haven't talked about this very much yet. AEW is trying to get a contract with HBO, which becomes, that is all adult. Everything HBO is about is like, this is for adults. Fuck you kids. Go to fucking bed. So this is if AEW strikes that, now you have all of this opportunity for this adult content that could be holy fuck, this is ECW invigorated.
West 2nd Street Chronicles.
I think AEW just looked at everything that WCW did right pre-Vince Russo and said we're just implementing that model, because I think that this is why I was asking about kayfabe and how important that is to SCW, because I think in the WWE product is really flat because kayfabe just doesn't mean anything anymore.
It sucks when it comes to family oriented companies, no matter what, because you can't blur the lines between reality anymore, because reality, you don't talk like that. You know what I mean? I told the angle about me and Colby where he brought up my dad passing away, which was real, and how he wishes I would have been there because he feels like he's going to take on that role of a big brother or a father figure. And there was no entrance music. I came to the curtain and I go, fuck you. You ever say my dad's name again, I'm going to fucking bury you. And Ben Stock was in the crowd, and I jumped in the ring and I grabbed the microphone because I didn't even have a microphone. Grab the microphone and go, if we were in front of all these people, I'd break your fucking nose right now. And I threw the microphone right back into his chest and I walked away. Ben told me he thought that was real.
I was about to ask you if that was a shoot, because just the nature of the story sounds...
Yeah, me and Colby worked together, and we realized that we could take real things that happened and pull it in, because these people knew that.
Right.
So that when he said those words, people instantly were like, oh, fuck. And then when I came out and started cursing with no microphone in my hand, and then said what I said to him, which I would say in a fight, I would tell Colby, if you ever said anything so fucking stupid in your life again, I'd break your big ass nose. And like, yeah, that's something I'd probably say to somebody. So like Ben sitting there in the crowd, who was a part of wrestling at one point, was like, dude, I thought that was fucking real. And if I got him, I got everyone.
Right.
That night. I got everyone.
But is it still like that?
Because
it feels like it's shifted kind of. Jim Cornette bitches about this all the time.
Yeah.
And says the business is really deteriorating.
Well, the problem is
Jim Cornette is always right.
But in a way.
Because you know that there's easy ways around this.
Yeah, but also me and a buddy of mine across the way from me have talked about how there's a way. And it's coming back. And
there's a way, and we do have a lot of impact.
Yeah.
As far as, one of my favorite things is to say is like, some things have not been said yet.
Exactly.
That's the best way to say it. In all of music or pro wrestling or whatever, some things have not been done yet. Watch. Things are going to get done differently.
Well, I think AEW's kind of doing it. They're building on WCW's old model, but I think that I don't know what the numbers look like, but
they also have this thing that I told Mike. I go, they have this new show, and it's a behind the scenes, like everything's supposed to be shoot. And I'm like, here's the real work. Here it comes. Because now you're working the smart marks. Those are the ones you work. And you want to know who else you work? The boys and girls in the business. Yeah. When you get them to believe that something's real, the fans will too.
Which is kind of, I guess, what you'd say, sad, that you have to do that. But I'll say again, with music, obviously we put Jake on, and Jake played real music in front of us, right?
For the first time, like, real music has been played on our show.
You better cut that fucking Bury Me in Smoke.
Come on, that was fucking good. I was for it, man.
Very great, and I'm just saying, in general, you played, you sang, it happened. That's real. That's all I'm saying. I'm
reality.
Not saying I didn't
reality.
Say it was good. I'm never.
Of course, that kind of cross from music.
But what I'm saying is, he did it.
He did it.
Now,
yes.
You have to remember, guys, people out there, especially even in all arts, don't actually do anything at all.
No.
And they want to do something.
They'll create YouTube videos of reacting to other people's stuff. That is not real art. That's just you reacting to it. So when a person is sitting in a legit studio, just played, that's real. For the first time, our show, our podcast happened. That was the first fucking time that's ever happened. Live performance.
Well, I feel like it is a live performance. I mean, obviously that's what we're doing. But I do know, and you're saying musically.
Like musically, yes.
That is probably the first time.
It is. There is no probably. Who else has played anything on the show?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, no, that's the first fucking time that's ever happened.
Steel Panther did.
Or something. Yeah, 17 girls in a row.
I'm going to say that they came on or something. They were cool enough. Anyway, all I want to say, though, obviously we're at the hour mark. Thank you for coming on, Jakey. Obviously, I have plans for you, and I hope that you're cool with the suggestions or plans that I have, especially with
the nonsensical bass plays.
I guess what I'll do is I'll just come in and make the weirdest noises that I can.
Yes.
That make the least amount of sense.
Yes.
And he'll say that's fucking badass because I've conducted that experiment with him.
I mean, so far,
I think Lyndon used to do that all the time when he'd be like, and then Logan was like, fuck yeah!
I also have that for Lyndon as well on this project.
It dawned on me back at West 2nd Street. Oh, he just wants weird noises. He doesn't want me to play the fucker. He just wants me to make weird noises with it.
Not on bass. What I was trying to do was, have him squeal. Either way, the point is, I think, especially with Titanium Utopia, we do not necessarily, I do not want it to sound like something I've already heard, and that's what I'm trying to do. Again, getting the players, getting the people. I did make a GoFundMe because I felt like if you can help me out, I'm still going to pay for it myself.
Birth of a Bitter Dragon was actually a really good song.
Dude, seriously, fucking awesome. Seriously.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. I think those things as well, especially with that song, that was me experimenting to see what that could sound like, I suppose, especially with mastering. And I'm also learning so much. Like I've never sat here and say I knew everything for sure. And I think like, especially with Lyndon on here with like Pit Lord, they're just learning so much throughout the process and going, oh, this is the easiest way to do it. Okay. I see. And again, that still is not always the easiest way. I think it's an ever changing river flow with music. Especially with me, I have all these ideas. I can put them down and I can show them to Jake, and Jake goes, well, that's not how you play it. This is how I'd play it, and that's what I would rather have. So especially with Titanium Utopia, I want an actual player, and I've used what I have on Cubase. And what's really cool about Jake and what he's about to say, I hope, is that he's about to venture in that, and I got you that.
What?
You're about to venture in writing
and
and creating with Cubase.
I was telling Shug when you went to the bathroom that I had these two projects that I was thinking. The one you knew about was Ninth of Ov.
Yeah.
And it was, the content matter is all biblical.
Yeah.
Because I think that's really ripe for creation of metal music. That was a really dumb way to say that. But
Extol.
It's not a Christian project. It's just drawing from a lot of Hebrew history. Why is this happening? I cut out and cut back in.
You're kind of cutting out. Pull it up.
I did.
Pull it up and grab it.
I think you got a short. I think you have a short.
No, you just need to grab next to that bitch. Go ahead.
But I feel like that relegates me to A, only writing about that content, and B, taking myself way too seriously when I'm composing because of what the content is. So my other idea is, see, there it goes. My other idea is a project called Mad Dog Willie, which is a blend of like Americana roots type stuff and extreme metal. And I have no idea what that's actually going to look like, but nobody's doing that.
You have to like do your own twist on anything. And right now I believe that you have obviously all the tools. So you can fish now is what I'm, teach a man out of it.
We're going to have to do some of that before I leave because I sat down to track guitars the other night and I couldn't pull any of the.
Do you have your shit with you? Or you just need
I have my laptop. It's right there.
Okay. Just making sure.
I brought it with me for that reason.
And what we're doing, what I wanted to do was I wanted to have Derek, Aarons, and Jake do getting better at recording themselves. And I want to say this, if you do not become all encompassing with what you do, you will not be a person like Derek who took charge, made his own band, Xenospawn, and now they're like huge. And they owe me so much money now because of that. Sucks.
Yeah, so
really
much money.
Sucks. Either way, the point is obviously I'm joking. Derek is doing what he should have been doing in the fucking beginning. He should have He should have been making his own shit. People go like, oh, what do you want to play? Oh, guess what? Derek has to fucking learn how to record himself and learn how to have awesome drums. And now he has it because of me, baby. You piece of shit.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Cold beer.
Joking.
Cold beer.
Now, again, did I give him a laptop that literally had every MIDI file drum player that's ever existed? That's literally, and also bass player that's ever existed as well, Easy Bass. I'm going to let you know, Derek, your band's fired now.
Wow.
You're fired! Life sucks and then you die! And here's what's cool. Is I fire him, I fire his band, and then I just give him like $25 million.
Yeah, 1,000 to a
Love you
million.
guys.
Well, you need to make the $25 million first, so
Well,
you're going to buy some more rental properties
Obviously,
from
you know I'm joking.
Yes, hey.
Don't fuck with
Hey,
me. You know I'm
Jake.
joking.
Jake could sell you more properties, motherfucker.
He's going to sell me it?
Sell it. Sell you the properties.
Or he has access to the MLS. But anyway, the point is, I think Jake knows that Derek is a piece of shit. What do you think?
Derek is what Derek is, man.
And that is
Which
the
means
most
he didn't call him, he didn't
way.
throw him under the bus or anything. He didn't call him a piece of shit.
We could have threw him under the bus.
I mean, yeah. I mean, fuck him. You know? Bald-headed asshole. Fucking under the bus.
Weird ass tattoo having.
Pretended, told everybody I was dead one time when I was asleep to the world.
I like that. Oh, the ultimate troll.
Seriously, he is the ultimate troll. Pay him the toll.
Gotta take the troll toll to
If
get
you
into
want
this
the boys'
boy's
hole.
All right. Let's end it. So we gotta figure out what is the plugs, my friend. You
The
have
plug is SCW.
Yeah.
May 27th
no shit.
at the Bluegrass Coliseum Bluegrass Community Center, and it's an outdoor show. So if you guys show up, we're outside, man. Fucking, because yeah, it's like all right. So my best description is if you've ever been to Bluegrass Days, find a spot like that because you're not going to be able to park close to what's happening.
Right.
So, but yeah, we have fucking Bluegrass. Like, my brother drove from Muscatine and was like, hey, we were going to come to the Bluegrass show, but we had nowhere to fucking park. Because he didn't want to walk, because we packed the fucking house. Which is awesome. They do have a stage, by the way. I don't know why bands don't play there. There's legit stage, and it's fucking rad.
I know a local guy that will play, especially acoustic.
Yeah.
Is that really what you want, man? Do you really want me playing fucking
At a
country
pro wrestling
music?
show? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Especially like
Are you talking like country music? Like,
and the
I bet he's playing older shit. than
Listen,
that.
man, if you want fucking Waylon Jennings and Merle Haggard, we can make
Fuck.
it happen.
What?
Yeah.
You don't do Thunder Rolls?
You think people in Bluegrass would know who they are?
I mean, I'm sure they would.
Fuck yeah, they would.
If you guys in Bluegrass want to hear Jake the fucking Steak play those two songs he played,
2 songs.
calm down and tell us.
Yes.
And also,
And more. If you do more, dude, you do country covers too? That's fucking
he does. He's got his own country band. We're working on
I
it.
don't.
It's called Country Zombie.
I love how like Logan just like throws gimmicks at you.
And he just throws as many as he can in the water and sees what floats.
That's a new one. Throw it in the water, see if it fucking floats.
That's the title.
That's the name of the fucking episode. Throw it in the water, and maybe it'll float, maybe not. It'll just sink to the fucking bottom.
But it's the bottom of money pit. So you just made so much money. Don't worry about it. Anyway, obviously, if you got nothing else to plug, let me know. You got something to plug?
I just plugged it, buddy.
All right. Wrastlin with Music and Live, I am ready to plug myself. Oh my God, am I working on something? Now, obviously, am I going to use Jake?
This guy hasn't plugged himself the entire fucking show.
Yeah, am I going to use Jake? Yes, I'm going to use Jake. I'm not going to pay him shit. He's a piece of shit.
Can confirm, I am a piece of shit.
No, it's not true. He makes more money on the street than you're going to give him, you
Fuck,
cunt.
I'm going to pay Derek. He's doing good.
Oh, wow.
He's on
shitty.
Dino's spot.
Hey, you know what you say, Jake? Be like, I want fucking paid what fucking Derek's paid, because I
Oh, you
ain't gonna
better
do it.
fucking pay me what Derek's making.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah, I will. $2. Derecho del Años.
I want paid, and I want paid right motherfucking now.
Yes.
Because if you do anything well, you don't do it for free, and you don't do it for fucking cheap.
Wow, I almost got horny. It was weird.
almost the Joker thing. When you're good at it, you don't do it for free.
I'll sound like a spaghetti enterprise with this guy. Anyway, the point is, sounds good. Either way, you can check us out on wrastlinwithmusicandlife.com. Please check out the website. Now, I say that because there's so many things to do on that bitch. I mean, you can literally look at us and watch us
Horrible.
and say, look at how stupid these guys are. Or you could just donate $1.
You could do both.
And
you could do both.
Do all
In
it all.
fact, that's
You
the
could do
price of
both.
admission.
Yeah.
For oogling our stupidity.
Yes.
You could admit that you give us $1 admission.
My girlfriend
The
thinks
point
I'm
is-
gorgeous.
Do you? Nobody agrees.
That sucks.
Either way,
That's rough, buddy.
love you guys.
Good
Wrestling
for her.
Music and Life.
She must be blind.
Check out everything these guys do, especially, and obviously I put them over on the website. Jake's on the website. You can see what he's doing. That's what my point is. Is like when I have somebody on here, I want them on the website because I want them to be put over. So if you see somebody on this website or on this podcast, know that they're getting put over, and I love you guys. Either way,